Landlord Jim Johnson discovered too late that his tenant, Elizabeth Critchley, is a fraudster with more than 120 convictions in 3 provinces. By the time he found out, check after check bounced. He was out more than $12,000 in rent. Plus, he says, tens of thousands of dollars that he'd loaned her for other things. The problems made worse, Johnson says, by a slow-moving landlord-tenant system. It took 3 months to deal with his case, allowing the fraudster to continue living in his duplex without paying rent.
To say we're financially destroyed is an understatement.
While Johnson was doing everything by the book, trying to get his tenant evicted, she was keeping busy. Go Public got a hold of a phony lease signed by a Betty Burns, one of the names she uses, where she's trying to rent out Johnson's property as her own.
She was very convincing.
Tanya Gerard says she lost $1,100 to the woman when she answered a rental ad. Here's part of a telephone conversation where the woman convinces Gerard her rent deposit has to be cash.
I can put it directly into your account.
I don't even know where my account information and all that is. I don't even know. Do you know what? I opened an account and never used it. I don't even know if it's still active.
Gerard discovered she'd been taken when her partner pulled the land title that listed Jim Johnson as the owner. The couple showed up at his house to introduce themselves as the new tenants.
He was quite floored by that.
In Ontario, it's also been a tough go for university student Linda Chai. She's been balancing her studies, a job, and acting as landlord for a house her parents own.
He's taking advantage of my kindness.
It took her months to get an eviction order for her non-paying tenant who owed more than $7,000. A man with a history of stiffing landlords.
I think the system is actually working in favor of the tenants.
Advocates say bad tenants are being given too much time to rectify problems, and the system also leaves landlords waiting too long to get to the tribunal stage, where an eviction notice is issued.
Many people don't have much sympathy for the landlord, but if too many landlords get ripped off too often, then they want higher rents to compensate them for that.
Jim Johnson's tenant is finally out. She'll make her next appearance in a Nova Scotia court, where she faces new fraud charges. Rosa Marcatelli, CBC News, Calgary.